live action, practice stuff sooner, a little less teaching, so that's always better.
Is that kind of a little less teaching, is that kind of a sign of a step forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a step forward, but also just a lot of guys coming back. And you kind of know what we're trying to accomplish. Just add different wrinkles to that and just competing. I mean, that's the biggest thing.
What's the biggest hurdle in this opening week before, obviously Sunday when it comes quick and you're already in the preseason schedule?
I don't know if it's necessarily a hurdle. I think it's just keeping this energy. Right? It's always getting in my opinion. Everyone's coming in early, feeling good, playing hard, before we really start putting wins and losses on the board. So for us, throughout this preseason, we start playing games, and minutes are distributed and stuff like that. Continue to just be positive and build each other up.
You got a lot of guys coming back, but what about the new guys? How are they fitting in so far with Sasha, or Chris, or JaVale?
Yeah, I mean, I think kind of what I said on media day. I mean, all their strengths are things that just allow them to mesh in seamlessly. Sasha obviously can shoot the heck out of the ball. Same with Chris. JaVale made his presence known on the defensive end, on the offensive end, just playing at both the rims. So those guys have been able to come in and just have the immediate impact.
Do you think they push the returners that are here, some of the new guys, like in terms of just minutes and positions and everything like that?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously JaVale has those plays that only he can make. On both ends, that you just kind of scratch your head at. You go miss. But Sasha, Chris, all those guys, when they come in, obviously great guys, but they just push the tempo, just make us better, just make us better.
The tempo is going to be a little faster this season, right? Has he been telling you he wants to play a lot faster than Coach Brown it is? You guys want to play a lot faster than you did last season?
I think we just want to just play fast. I don't know if it's faster than last season or assuming that saying that last season we were running, but we want to play fast. We got the talent, have the spacing. It's just a matter of us taking care of the ball. Turnovers, some of that clean up, especially early on in camp. But we always want to play fast.
What does JaVale bring in terms of physicality, and is that showing up already?
Yeah, absolutely. Defensively, obviously, he covers so much ground. He's been there for a while. Tall, communicative guy. Yeah, he's been great.
Saw the conversation. Share what that conversation was.
It was just he's talking about he's got a lot to talk about on the camp, is what he sees, what I see. So that's been good.
Why the shooting clinic you had just a minute ago came out on top there?
Yeah, I think Fox really that last game. It's something he does every day, pre-game. The rest of us weren't really sure on that one, but we have a lot of fun.
How different does it feel for you to have so much continuity going into this year, and how do you think that helps?
It's great. I mean, to start off the season, I think, with not a whole lot of question marks in terms of the variety of things. It's good, but it's just about value. It's all about us just coming together, the vibes on the court, in the locker room, in the training room, stuff like that. It's positive. So definitely, I'm enjoying it.
Harrison, Mike's talked about it's easy to take a step from here to here, but that next step is so hard. You've been through that before as a young player where you guys made the second round, you took a step back in year 2, year 3, you made the championship. So how difficult is that, and how is that transition from being a good team to a great team?
It's big. I mean, I think Coach said, the enemy of great is good. Like he just said. For us, it starts off just all the little things. Obviously, we have a lot of guys on this team, a lot of talent. We have some games where we win that we shouldn't have, but every single day are we doing the things that we need to do to get us better. Because obviously that stuff comes up later in the season. So for us, it's just about day-to-day pushing ourselves past what we did last game, past what we did, we hope to do this season, just get better.
How the rookies looking, in particular Kobe Jones, how the rookies looking?
They're good. They're high energy. I think a lot of guys are putting their arms around them. We're just talking to them. They're helping out through this process. We play fast and free, so those guys are able to have a lot of opportunities, responsibilities early on, and coaches on them hard, coaching them hard. But I think they're doing a good job.
28-year-old rookie, how's that going?
He doesn't really play like a rookie, so it's hard for me to consider Sasha that. But I mean, the guy knows how to play. He's super skilled. So I mean, just meshing out here seeing this.
Thank you, Harrison. Appreciate it.
Are you going to make him go to Chick-fil-A and everything?
That's a tough question.
It is tough. It is tough.
Eating it to my time.
Oh, no.
Kind of a big deal.
You're a couple days in, De'Aaron, just early thoughts on these first few practices.
I think it's been really good. Obviously, we got a lot of guys back from last year, so we're adding stuff to our offense, and obviously we know stuff that we know, but the new guys are kind of getting acquainted quickly, so trying to cut down on turnovers and everything like that. But I think today was much better than yesterday.
All the returners coming back, it's been a common theme that everybody's talked about. Do you feel that in how different just two practices feel compared to the first two last year?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it doesn't feel like a training camp where everybody's trying to understand each other and understand a whole new offense, especially with our starting group. Like we come in, we have the same guys, so we're basically just adding to the stuff that we already knew. And what was considered a complex offense, it's probably a little more complex than it was last year, but I think guys are catching on quickly, and we already understand each other. So the communication that we have while we're talking, and then nonverbal communication, so I think that's a big thing for us. And then defensively, I think we've been a lot better. Obviously, we have referees out here, and we're trying to learn how to be physical, how to be physical on both ends of the ball, obviously rolling up DHOs, things like that, without committing fouls.
I know it's just day 2, but the competitiveness compared to training camps in the past, is it different, another level?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I remember my second year's training camp because Dave had us running so much. I really don't remember the ones between those and last year, but I mean it's been extremely competitive. No matter who we put out there, I think. With our team, I feel like as far as depth, especially offensively, I feel like we have that. So it's been extremely, challenging to get stops, but also because we're working on new things, it kind of gets sloppy at times. But that's what you expect going into the game.
We know how well y'all get along, but how much do you bring out the best in each other?
I think especially since we've known each other most guys have known each other for over a year now. It's kind of allowed guys to get on each other even more. So when there's a bad turnover or lapse in defensive communication, guys will let each other know. Like I said before, it's not getting taken personal, and something said to you, you take it, you take the criticism, and then you fix it next time. And I think that's been great for us.
Is it too early to find where maybe some early strides have been made for your team and what might be?
I think it is early, but I think obviously where we want to take our biggest step is defensively. And I think guys now on that end are talking and communicating a lot more. Guys are a lot more comfortable being around each other, but I think these first 2 days have been really big in that department.
And the league talked about being like playoff move, like what you saw in the playoffs, and trying to draw that into the season more consistently. In your eyes, how does that look in the regular season?
Yeah, I mean, we always talk about that always being what separates bad from good players, good from great players is just being able to be consistent throughout the entire season. And I think he brought that from day one, and for us. For him, I mean, I think that looks like just being locked in all the time. I mean, always being ready. Obviously, we've talked about it in the past, someone can come in and light up. And for him, just on the court, it's always being able to make plays, always being ready to shoot the ball, and just do whatever the team needs for us. And I think that's what he did throughout the season. Obviously, for him, he wants to do a lot more consistently, and that's what we need out of him. That's the mentality that's been over to the team, and is that already showing up? I was for sure already showing up. I mean, he's a big guy to stand in. He's such a shot blocking presence. Even if you don't think he's going to block a shot, there are times where he gets to the ball and you're looking like, how the hell he's just. He had to go into it was crazy. And it was off of a second jump. Like he jumped the first time. I think it might have been Sasha. He jumped the first time, and then Sasha tried to get it over, and he caught it. It was crazy. It was a goaltend, but he caught it. It was crazy. But his presence is definitely felt both physically and verbally.
Mike talked about making some changes to the offense last year. How do you think that can help?
I think it kind of just allows the offense to compete to be free flow. There were times where we got a little bit stagnant trying to run some things, and they're kind of just trying to get that out. Obviously, we play so freely and so openly. We want to continue that with no matter what set that we're running.
De'Aaron, you got a lot of guys that are coming back, but 3 guys that will probably be rotational: JaVale and Sasha and Chris. They all kind of, either Sasha being 28 as a rookie, or JaVale playing with Mike before, or Chris playing with Jonas. They all have some ties. Does that help you guys fit them in?
Yeah, definitely, because, I mean, obviously when it's different when you're coming into the league as a rookie where you don't know anything. Sasha's played for so long. I mean, JaVale's been in the league for year 15 or 14, something like that. And Chris has played with Domas for many years, so it helps us because we're not starting from ground zero with those guys. They've been there, they've done that, so it's a lot easier for them to get acclimated. They're just learning a new offense, and defense is probably just different terminology. It's not like you're learning a whole new thing.
Have you seen Keegan's offseason work showing in these first 2 days?
Yeah. Mike got on his ass today about pass up a shot, and I mean I think it's great for him. And I think as a team, I think we might have hit 4 3s right off of that. So yeah, I think the offseason work has definitely allowed him to be able to bring up the ball. Obviously, we have such a strong offense; anybody can bring the ball up. I think last year he was a lot less comfortable with handling the ball and someone to pressure him. And I think he's looked a lot different than he did last year.
Going back to yesterday, you were addressing the team in the huddle before JaVale. Did you share a little bit of just what you were saying?
Yeah, just talking about, I mean, yesterday was the first day of training camp. Obviously, we're implementing different sets of offense. And then obviously you have some training camp guys and some new guys that are in some groups. And it was just getting a little sloppy at times. I think guys were playing hard. Obviously, you're going to have, fouls trying to adjust to having referees on the floor. But it was really just talking about, trying to get the sloppiness out of the game. That was really a big thing.
Is that one going to get subject to rookie duties?
No. And it's funny. I said that, I was like, he's 28. He's been playing professional ball for like 10 years already. So no, he's not. He's a rookie in the NBA, but he's not a rookie. He's being professional. So no, he doesn't get rookie duties.
That sloppiness that you're talking about, you're trying to address, is that one of the bigger hurdles to get over in that opening week before that preseason schedule begins?
Yeah, definitely. That's probably one of the bigger things. I mean, we've had so many guys playing pickup this summer, so being in shape isn't one of the problems. A lot of guys come in with that problem of being in shape and trying to play their way in shape. So that's not a problem at all with this team. It's just obviously trying to learn some new things offensively and try to instill different guys. So it definitely gets a little bit sloppy in that first week. Sure.
Aaron, how big of a deal is it for you to have the full coaching staff, for the most part, the full coaching staff back year in, year out?
Oh, it's great. I mean, not having that much movement around. Obviously, they have a tough job being coaches in the NBA and then having to figure out rotations with offense like defense is like and throwing in wrinkles there. But like I said, like offensively with them, they've had all summer. They've watched the film, and that's why they want to implement some things or throw in some different wrinkles. And I think it just makes us that much better, just being able to keep the nucleus of the team together while keeping the entire staff together.
De'Aaron, they said your leadership has.
I got you.
They said your leadership prowess has picked up a little bit more this season. That was something that you was focused on, being a bit more involved in leading.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, but also being around the young guys. Last day we talked about so just being around the young guys, having that voice that they would come up to me and ask me questions. So it's kind of something that I know I need to do. And it was great practice just being around the young guys this whole summer and being around Keegan and being able to teach them things, being able to answer whatever questions that they need. So I think it's kind of carried over to the season already.
Thanks, brother, man. Appreciate you.